I think I want to interject something about the porn thing and see if I can get some feedback. I think a lot of times we focus on you're spending this much time looking at beautiful women, and therefore it kind of gets you jaded or gets you in a position where you don't appreciate the beauty of real women anymore. I think an underrated aspect of pornography is how it affects a man's personal self-esteem, because you kind of go and you're living in this fantasy where you're so highly desirable that you get this response from women. And it's like it's a fantasy, and you never, no matter how much like a woman loves you, you're never going to get that type of response in real life. And so it seems like you would be constantly going through life wondering, like, what's wrong with me that the world is not like this it is in my fantasy. Does that make sense?
Maybe you don't get that response, Ryan. Look, what I warn my sons about, and so far it's been effective, because, you know, I've got a pretty good tech background. So while they don't have like a closed internet, I have ultimate surveillance powers over all of their search history. And just randomly, I'll go through and just dice through their search history and see if they've been looking at bad stuff. And they don't. There was a couple times with a couple of them where they started, you know, probing, some of the perimeters of porn. But we would talk about it. It's like, hey, bring it in. Porn, guys, it's not like video games. It's not like Marvel movies. It is a weird fantasy, but that for some reason, the way porn works for a man's brain is it's like, hey, this is real. This is like how it is. Nobody watches like a Marvel movie and sees like Iron Man flying through there. It's like, dude, I can do that. I'm going to do that right now. In fact, porn can do that. Porn does that. Like a video game, you know, it's not real. For some reason, our brains don't know that porn isn't real. We think it's real. And you know, human bodies are pretty gross. So we bring it in. I'm like, look, you're going to make yourself into an icky freak if you keep going down this road where you're not going to be able to associate with women. One of the things that we've started kind of introducing since our boys are getting older is the cuckold factor. I don't even know if I'm saying the word right, cuckold, but it's the idea of watching it while not participating in it. That makes you into an even bigger icky freak. And my wife and I, we've got some really great women in our social circle, and we kind of freely talk about this at an age appropriate level, where these women will say, I can look at a man and tell if he is a porn addict. I can just see it. I could just see it in his eyes. And my sons are like, really? And they're like, uh-huh. And I'm like, guys, really? It makes you into an icky freak. Don't do it. You're going to ruin yourself.